for joining the media ministry as we celebrate Women's History Month. By now, you should have seen what we feel women's history means to us, with 5 phenomenal women describing who inspired them and their contributions. Who am I? My name is Karen Andrea Spratley Jakes. First and foremost, I am a child of God who was brought here to serve. After that, I am a retired team member of Total System Services Incorporated. I'm a 41-year member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Gamma Tau Omega chapter. I am a 34-year member of Toastmasters International. And I just love to serve young people, with my favorite thing in life being to sing. Well, this month personally represents what women have provided in not only the church, but in history itself. You know, women are known to be organizers, supporters, nurturers, mothers, sisters, aunts, daughters. And their contributions are vast, but sometimes they are quietly kept. And I believe that Women's History Month gives us an opportunity to showcase what they give quietly behind the scenes and present their outspokenness for the things that matter to you and I. Well, first of all, if I had to describe any woman that has totally shaped my journey and my career, my lifestyle, it would have to be my mommy. She's not a member of First African Baptist, but Dr. Sylvia E. Spratley shaped everything there is about me: my independence, the strength, my nurturing, everything about me. But if I had to speak about women in First African Baptist who have quietly nurtured me and brought me to where I am today, I'm going to start with Catherine Shores. When I joined First African Baptist, I loved to sing. I sang in the congregation, and Catherine Shores handed me her loose leaf notebook with all the music and her robe, and instructed me to go up the 22 steps into the choir stand and sing. Secondly, Mrs. Lamar Roberts. I love singing with her because she has a beautiful alto voice, those of you who may not know, and she serves no matter what you ask her to do. She's always available. She's always giving behind the scenes, and she taught me what it means to serve. And the last person, who is not a member of First African, but definitely a part of First African's history, is Jacqueline Egan's. I learned how to direct a choir when she was the music director. I learned so much about singing high church and the anthems, the cantatas, and I really appreciate her nurturing my love of singing and music. A model worth following. These ladies were givers. They were service oriented. And I think we take for granted that maybe you can give money or you can give material things, but these women gave of their time, and they gave from the heart. What they loved about service, they imparted into me. And so that's the first thing that I love about it. The second thing is kind of like a perfectionist perfecting your craft. or what you decide to do, following through with things, a woman of your word. I believe in being a woman of my word. And I believe through these women that I learned how much that means to everyone. Looking back over my life, it's a current event that actually showed me what my life is all about. In 2022, I had surgery on my foot where all my toes were removed. And those of you who may know me know I love stilettos. And I realized I couldn't wear the stilettos anymore, and how was that going to change my life? Well, all of the women I have come in contact with since that point, and that have always been in my life, have taught me that it's not about appearance. It's not about how you look to people. It's what you give of yourself. And I found out that I could continue to give and serve and lead and work with young people just like I did before, and maybe even more now that I'm retired. And God would be pleased just with that part of my service. My message of hope for women of today, young women of tomorrow, would simply be believe in yourself, have confidence in yourself, keep God first at the forefront, because times are not like they used to be, and times are often more difficult these days. But we still have the power of just being a woman, a power of organization, the strength to collaborate, the opportunity to serve, and most importantly, lift each other up. We need to take the opportunity to continue to encourage others, especially other women, but even the men in our lives. They need encouragement, and often actually revel in the fact that they have our support to make them successful and for us to make each other successful. I pray that women who come after me know that they have the power to change. Even if they change one thing, to persevere, to keep going. Don't give up. Even if you only have a little bit to give the most of yourself that you can. Because your voice, that's right, your voice matters in everything that shapes the community, the church, and this world. Well, thank you so much for riding this journey with us. And a special thanks to our interviewees, Evergreen Ford Covington, Janella Fuller Pendleton, Lady Lynn Hall Green, Zacharias W. Jakes, and Creola Howard for sharing your perspectives on Women's History Month. On behalf of the media ministry, we hope you have honored, learned, laughed, and mostly remembered the women who have shaped our history. Signing off. God bless.